Good morning, people. It is very early in the morning here in Zagreb, but we are heading to Slovenia, more specifically, Ljubljana. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Sarah, you want to give it a go?
Ljubljana.
Ljubljana. Here we come. We got about a 2-hour ride and we will be in Ljubljana for some breakfast. So we need your help. I just did something questionable. Very questionable in Sarah's judgment, at least. I asked for just traditional breakfast, and it's wonderful. The breakfast is fantastic. Sarah got a cheese plate. She wanted me to try some of the cheeses to make sure that they would be cheeses that she would like. Tell me if there's anything on this plate that doesn't look like cheese. I mean, that all looks like cheese, minus obviously the red stuff and the figs and apples and stuff. But that specifically, I thought was maybe like a brie, some type of creamy cheese, so I go and I palm that thing. And it's just butter. But apparently Sarah knew that it was butter and just let it happen. So I want to know from you guys in the comment section down below, does that look like cheese or butter? I realize it could be both, but am I in the wrong here? I'm sorry about palming the butter, but it was not his mistake.
Just to clarify, it wasn't judgment. I just thought it was funny because he manhandled my butter. But also, this is the second time he's been less than spatially aware today.
I accidentally whacked her in the face at border control. Another, I just killed Sarah. It was bad. It's been a rough day. One of the other really fun things about this place is you get to feed, well, you don't get to. If you want to, you can feed the birds some bread. They'll come right up to you. Watch this. I swear they've been doing it all morning. You can take it. There we go. You ready for a pop culture reference? Good soup. We're about to make a big climb to the castle. It is at the top of this hill. There's our map. We're gonna take that map. We're gonna follow this trail and hopefully get to the top. We're gonna see just how out of shape I am. We've been hiking for like solid 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds, and we're winded. It is steeper than you might think. It is also gorgeous. I mean, it's just forced. It is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful evening. Excited to get to the top, but this is gonna be a struggle. We made it. Look at this. Look at my hand. Go on that. That's a castle right there. So we are like in the courtyard of the castle. This thing is beautiful. They've like renovated certain parts, like there's a couple of restaurants in here, but there's also a lot that is left like completely preserved from like what it once was. This place is really easy to just kind of like explore by yourself. There's a bunch of these little rooms, has like a bunch of old artifacts, all of the information that you'd be wanting on it. And I think there's an app that you can download as well to actually get like a listening tour if you want. And again, this is all free. I'll tell you once we get to the paid section, if we even get to the paid section, but right now everything is free and it is just a blast to explore. Like we're gonna go up, see where that takes us. At the end of the staircase, it looks like you've got two views. You overlook the entire city and then you overlook the whole courtyard. So this is the courtyard of the castle and you can see the entire thing. I don't even know that it's worth it paying for the 10 euro a piece part, because you get some insane views just from up here.
This is the nobility prison cell, where noble people were put in prison.
Whatever that means. So this is the actual like prison cell, and what Sarah just put together is like, okay, I don't know if you can see this, but like there are like all these doors and then you've got the actual like iron bars here. And what would have actually happened is they would line this off. So you would have like 2 or 3 feet of total space. Somebody would get lucky and get the window room, but a lot of other people would have like absolutely no space, and this would be your cell. This is crazy. According to the fact sheet, you can be sentenced for up to 10 years in there. Imagine spending 10 years of your life in that little like 2 by 3 foot thing. Oh my God. Did you guys see that? Oh my God. There might be a person in there. Okay, this just scared the living heck out of us.
Not in there yet.
What? Oh, okay. Wait for this, watch this. You see that? I thought that was real. I thought there was a real person in there and scared the heck out of me. Okay, so they got a ton going on in this castle. There's like a couple restaurants, wedding and like venue halls, but then like the prison cells that I just showed. We got like a wine bar and like shop like down there. Like there's a jazz club. Like this is the most poppin' castle ever. And again, we haven't paid anything. So if you are in Ljubljana and are looking to not spend much, this is a great option and definitely a must see. the streets here are absolutely beautiful. Very, very clean city and just so scenic. So much nature all around. Like right behind me, or I guess in front of me, up there, you've got like the castle, and it's just gorgeous. Walking on the cobblestone streets. Every alley is just like really, really cute. Lots of little cafes, restaurants, so a lot to do. Right now we're in the city center, and right behind me, right there, there's a walking tour, and this walking tour is completely free. They happen every day at 11 a.m. All you gotta do is just show up, look for the people in the yellow shirts, they're the guide, and this tour is actually all in English, so it's gonna be easy to follow, easy to understand. I think it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours in length, but I'll put a link in the description for more information on that. But just know that if you are coming on a budget, might be a great way to start seeing the city. All right, so right behind me is the main cathedral. It's supposed to be beautiful. We're about to go in. It does cost €2 each. This is right downtown as well, about a 3-minute walk from where we were in the city center. All right, so right next to like the main farmers market and behind the cathedral, you have this bridge, and I think they call it like the lock bridge, or I'm assuming, because there are so many locks. Look at this ridiculous amount of locks that are on this. I mean, it is just scattered, and it's on both sides, and if you bring a lock, you could make your love last forever, or at least until the city cuts it down. I don't know how often they cut it down. Hopefully not very often, but it's pretty cool. Okay, so one of the things that's like crazy and but crazy cool here, dogs are all like off leash, so well behaved. They all like sit at the dinner table, like on the actual chair. They're not just like chilling under the table. I mean, some do, but like we've seen a lot that are like at the table, right? At like the restaurants. It's really, really impressive. And the whole time we've been here, we've had to have seen what, like 100, 150 dogs?
200 maybe.
Maybe one. We've seen one that has barked the entire time. Like, these are just the most well-behaved dogs ever. One thing that we've been absolutely blown away with here in Ljubljana is the food. Like, every place that we've gone has not just been like good, they've been great. Like, from the desserts to the appetizers, the drinks, like all of it. Everything has just been absolutely phenomenal. Everything's like very thoughtful. Like, we ended up coming back to one of our favorite restaurants. We came here, I think, on the first night. It's called like Fetisci. It's gourmet pizza, and it's tough to put gourmet in front of pizza, but this place, like, they pull it off. They know what they're doing. We're about to get the same pizza. It's gonna be a margarita pizza. I'll show it to you in a second, but whew, it is wonderful. Sarah, would you also agree that this is like probably easily a top 5 pizza of all time?
Yeah, if not top 3.
I just cannot recommend this place enough. The pizza is phenomenal. It's on focaccia bread? Focaccia bread. I'm so bad with my breads. Focaccia. It's on, sorry, it's on focaccia bread.
Focaccia.
I'm terrible with my bread names. Sarah's over here making fun of me. There's just a margarita pizza. Also a beautiful setting. Like, let me show you. My hands are a little bit dirty, but like, you're eating like right on the river. It's just, it's magical. So you got to come here if you are in Ljubljana. Remember how we were talking about the dogs in Ljubljana? Turns out the dogs can go to church all throughout Slovenia. They can go to church. I thought that was pretty cool. Something that you wouldn't necessarily see in America. All right, so you know I'm always looking out for your guys' wallet. So I want to give you a general idea of what it costs a day to be in Ljubljana. Luckily, the tourist attractions are relatively inexpensive. I'd say there's really only 1 or 2 that you have to pay for. A lot of the things in this city are free. The paid for things are like if you want to go to the castle and get that viewpoint, but again, the rest of the castle is free. There's free walking tours, so there's a lot of options with that. The one thing that you do have to do is you've got to eat, right? It really depends on what you're looking for, right? I'd say realistically, a good gauge for me with how I like to travel, about $20 to $25 USD per person per day is probably a pretty realistic range. That would allow you to eat out once or twice, maybe get a dessert throughout the day. So that's probably what you should expect in terms of that. Okay, so I have an answer for you. Remember when we were talking about the castle? Should you actually pay the euro to go up and see it from the viewpoint? I'm actually gonna say no, or at least wait until you watch the next video on this channel. We did a bunch of day trips yesterday. This vlog is being filmed over the course of a few different days, but yesterday we spent the day doing some day trips, saw some other castles with some incredible views, and you're gonna wanna see those first to decide if you are on a budget. Make sure that you pick exactly which view you do want to pay for. I don't know that you're gonna wanna do this one after seeing the next ones. And also, we're gonna have a couple other videos about Slovenia and Ljubljana coming up. We're gonna do a proper Airbnb tour, as well as one that's gonna be a few things that you'll love and a few things that you might not so much love about Ljubljana and Slovenia. So be on the lookout for those over the next few days and weeks on this channel. So this really is a great little city, but it is definitely a little city. You could definitely cover this thing in like a day, 2 max. You probably don't need to spend a bunch of time here, but it really is something special and so many cool places that you can go from the city. Sarah, any last thoughts on Ljubljana?
8 out of 10.
Okay, she's going with an 8 out of 10. I didn't know we were doing a review system. I'm not going to rate you like that, Ljubljana, but thank you for your time. Take one last look. That's all, folks.